Hello everybody, Article 33, the newest name in the blog or in the industry. What can I say? We're so happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. My name is Hazel Gathoni and we're here to grace you with journalistic honesty and facts. I am not talking about people picking up the camera and telling you, oh, there is things going on in the country, oh, this happened and this happened. No, we're coming here and talking about what is going on in the country. We're talking about conversations that no one else is talking about, and we are saying things that no one wants to talk about. Also, while following the journalistic principles that we have been taught in school. That's why we are journalists. And I keep on insisting that we're journalists. Oh my God, I'm telling you. And I might be shoddy and I might stammer a little bit because this is the first episode. Give me some grace, but I mean what I'm saying when I say that we are journalists. We are not TikTokers, we are not comedians, we are not people just picking up our phones and conveying information. And I want to portray myself in that way because in a world where I have been so afraid to speak up, to show my voice, because I think, okay, I can speak this, but a comedian already has a job in a radio station, and we need to be comfortable, especially as journalists, because it's more pressure for us. And today on this episode, I'm speaking to you guys and you guys alone. Thank you to our audience, but this is what we are referring to. I am so scared to come on this social media space because this is not the space I was educated to be in. And maybe those are the types of things that we need to discuss. These are the types of things that we need to change. But anyway, this is what Article 33 is all about. Nice to meet you. Again, my name is Hazel Gathoni. I hold a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies. I am very happy to be part of the journalism space, and this is what we will be discussing, the journalistic space, while still talking about real matters, real issues that are affecting people in our community. And to be real, it's hard because this is a passion that I don't want to come here and just spew nonsense. Sitaki kuja hapa hivi tu niwaambie venye jana nani walikulana ama jana sexually ilikuwa. Nataka kuja hapa and I make change. I make a point. I drive points home in the best way I know how, while still maintaining my career that I'm still trying to grow. So that's why I'm so out of breath today. But anyway, this is what first episodes are about. So let me tell you a little bit about our Article 33 media space. So what we intend to do is we intend to exercise our freedom of expression to the maximum. I'm saying to the maximum, where no censorship, no government interference, no being scared, and exercising also the Article 34, which protects me as media, because I am a journalist. And everybody that sits in this chair, sits in this space, has been guaranteed the same space and the same freedom of the media, as well as Article 19, which covers all of us, which covers human rights. So anyone who will be thinking about abductions and things like those, please be warned, because we do know the Constitution. And dear listener, please also learn the Constitution. So in as much as I might appear scared, I might appear to stutter in this first episode, this will not be the pace. This is just the beginning of something great. So I am going to introduce myself once again as Hazel Gathoni Wanjiru, someone who is about to transform the journalistic space, someone who is about to shake the digital space. This is not a podcast. Do not be misinterpreted. We are not a podcast. We are a media entity. We are just starting, but do not mistake us for something small. So again, as I am saying, that this is a call for all journalists, especially young journalists, to speak out, speak up. Do not fall into the mediocrity. I know that people who are funny, that people who are seeming to compose and act up in the space of TikTok and non-journalistic principles and ethics seem to have more views, more color, more protection. I don't know what it is, because it's easier for a comedian to get a job in a journalism station than it is for me who has a degree. But I know that, and you know that. So this, as a community, Article 33 is about forming that community. So join us, work with us through this team. And it's about time that journalists, especially young journalists, because if we do not protect our career, if we do not protect our voice, and if we do not start showing up and showing out in this digital platform, platforms, because if we need to be real. People in our generation are not in the mainstream media. No one is tuning in Citizen TV and watching the news. You know that, I know that, we all know that this is the spaces where we need to start being in. These are the spaces that we need to start dominating. So I'm telling you, as a journalist, as any person who understands the ethics of journalists, as any person that knows that this voice that we are given in these platforms that are actually global, because if I post these things today and they trend, it's not just about Hazel's media going viral. It's about all of us going viral. It's about the world seeing us. So journalists still have a key role to play, and you need to adjust. We need to adjust. I need to adjust, because it was very easy for me to almost give up on my dream. Right now, if I tell you the truth, I am in corporate communication. I'm not doing journalism in any way. This is the first time I'm actually attempting to do journalism in a journalistic way, because I was so scared. I was like, everyone can pick up a camera and speak about TikTok and make a reel and become famous and convey news. And somehow these are the people who are in our spaces. So I'm like, what do I have to say as Hazel? Yes, I do have the credentials. Yes, I do have the know-how, but I don't have the following. I don't have the followers. I don't have the ground. If I go to KBC right now and shoot an entire interview with, let's say, CS Mudavadi, that will be subsided into a short blooper of him saying something interesting. And that is worrisome to me. So it is important for us. So what I'm saying, honestly, in this episode, I think the first thing it was is for me to introduce myself. And also this is an episode to just help me get over the first time jitters, because I am terrified. I am so tensed. I hope you can hear it in my voice, but I know what I'm doing. I know that this will amount to something great for Hazel as a person, but something great for the young community of Gen Zs who want to maintain the authenticity that is our career, that want to maintain us, that we do not have to go to mainstream to practice journalism, and we do not compete in a world, because we are the communicators. You have been sanctioned to be a communicator, and you have the ability to do it in the best way possible. So in as much as we are scared, in as much as there is that one person with 1 million followers who shakes your ground, because you wonder, does my skill, does my degree, does my diploma, does my master's compare to this? Do I have to still go out in wars and get footage when these same people can get the same footage with AI and all this technology that is going on? I know we are all scared. I know that you wonder if your career in communication, if your career in journalism matters. And so I hope that Article 33, spearheaded by me and my partners, will bring the hope that all journalism and all media creators, there were fuel crisis, and I am promising you that everybody was tuned into mainstream media to get the correct data. That is proof that you still matter as a journalist. So I am very sorry that for our first episode, I am ranting about how important we are, but that is all because that is what our series and our media space is all about. We might come here and we will bring different guests. We will be so free. This is a podcast yenye tutakuwa so fun, by the way. Kuna a very important value in knowing that hata kama tutakuja hapa and we bring guests, wenye wataongea, wataleta their views, they will bring truth, freedom. Ni about freedom of expression, especially in a country. In our country sahi, we need freedom of expression. Na freedom of expression sahi inakupeleka hadi you're being adapted and you're getting in trouble with the government. But it is a fundamental thing that we bring. And ndio maana nawaambia, it's about bringing young journalists together. For you to know that you can be free, you can be young, you can be Gen Z or whatever you want to refer to yourself, but you can also be right, ethical, professional. And that is all about Article 33. We are a media entity. We might be small, we might be just starting out, but that is who we are. We are a media entity. If mainstream media ever comes to fail, young journalists in the digital spaces will be here ready to catch it, and journalism will never die. Journalism principles and ethics will never die, and we will catch it and continue to spread the ethics, the professionalism, the learning, the entire principle of communication, because that is what we are trained to do. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. So tune in and subscribe to Article 33. My name is Hazel Gadoni, and I am grateful to be part of this revolutionary channel.